Very good morning, students. Today in this chapter we will be revising chapter 4 of your geography book that talks about air. And in this particular chapter we are going to once again revise the concepts of atmosphere. We will learn the definition, we will understand the composition of atmosphere, the structure of atmosphere, we will understand temperature, air pressure, wind, moisture, and all the related topics. So let's begin with understanding the let's start with the definition of atmosphere first of all. As we all know that atmosphere is a layer of air which is surrounding our planet Earth. This is called atmosphere. And to start with the composition of atmosphere, we need to understand that there are various gases which are very important for our life in one way or another is present there in the atmosphere. So we have nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, helium, ozone, hydrogen, and different kind of gases over there. Apart from these gases, there are also tiny dust particles which are always present in the air. So nitrogen and all these gases are having their own importance. Nitrogen is important for it is used taken by the plants to make synthesis special kind of food, and that's why it is very important, and it is the major constituent of the atmosphere. 78% of the atmosphere is nitrogen. Coming on next on oxygen. Oxygen is, you all understand the importance of oxygen. It is life-giving gas. It is called life supporting or life-giving gas, as we need this for respiration process. So 21% is oxygen, and it is used it is taken in by the human beings, animals, for respiratory purposes, and it is given out by the plants during the process of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is a process by which the plants make food with the help of like carbon dioxide, sunlight, and with the help of chlorophyll. So in this process, oxygen is the byproduct. Next, let's talk about carbon dioxide and other gases, which is merely 1%, and like carbon dioxide, ozone, argon, all these gases have their own importance. First of all, let's understand about carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide is very, very important to maintain the heat of the temperature of the earth. What happens when the sunlight reaches the planet Earth? It tends to reflect back to the universe, but the layer of the carbon dioxide which is over there, it retains some portion of that heat to the earth, and that helps in maintaining an appropriate temperature on the earth, which is like very essential for life to exist. So that why carbon dioxide, the presence of carbon dioxide to an extent is very, very important for our survival. In this chapter, we will later on talk about global warming, listen, as I told you right now, that we need to have a certain amount of carbon dioxide there in our atmosphere, because it is very essential to retain the heat, retain the sunlight or sun heat on this planet Earth. So if there is no carbon dioxide, the sun heat will reflect back to the universe, and we will be facing extremely hot type of condition on earth, which will not let this life to exist. So to a certain amount it is very, very important, but what is happening, the amount of carbon dioxide is getting to an extent that it is causing us the harm. Like it is like retaining the heat so much. वो लेयर मोटी होती जा रही है, तो उसकी हीट रिटेंशन जो है, जो हीट रिफ्लेक्ट होके बाहर जानी चाहिए वापस यूनिवर्स में, वो भी कम जा रही है, क्योंकि कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड की जो लेयर है वो बहुत थिक होती जा रही है, और इसी थिक लेयर की वजह से जो है हमारा टेम्परेचर, जो हीट जो है सन की वापस नहीं जा पा रही, जिसकी वजह से टेम्परेचर जो है हमारे अर्थ का बढ़ रहा है. और जब ये टेम्परेचर ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा बढ़ता है, हम इसको ग्लोबल वार्मिंग बोलते हैं। इसकी वजह से जितने भी ग्लेशियर्स है, जितनी भी चीज़ें हैं, वो वाटर बॉडीज़ का वाटर लेवल जो है इंक्रीज कर रही हैं, क्योंकि गर्मी की वजह से ग्लेशियर्स वगैरह पिघलेंगे, आइस कैप्स पिघलेंगे, पानी अल्टीमेटली सी में आएगा, सी का लेवल बढ़ेगा, एंड दैट कैन लेड टू अ ड्रास्टिक like flood which can like destroy this whole earth. That's why we are being so conscious about global warming these days. So we need to like, what is the reason why this global global warming gases, the CO2 gases, these harmful gases are getting increased because of the activities of humans. We are producing so much of carbon dioxide. There is emanation from the factories, from vehicles, from burning of forest is there, burning of plants is there, like burning of garbage is there. So that's why जो कंटेंट है CO2 का इतना ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है, और उसकी वजह से ग्लोबल वार्मिंग हो रही है. So hereby I have covered, while talking about carbon dioxide, I have like cleared the concept of global warming also, which is very very important. And why we are like making you study these topics, because we want you to be like aware citizens who can like carpool की activities, ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को कैसे करना है, फैक्ट्रीज से व्हीकल्स में CNG यूज कर रहे हैं, बट वाई वी आर डूइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स, ताकि जो हमारा जो इकोलॉजिकल बैलेंस है वो सही रहे, और लाइफ थ्रेटनिंग जो हमारे सामने हम एक्सपीरियंस कर रहे हैं आजकल कंडीशंस, उनको हम कम कर सके. और आपको ये सब पढ़ाने का रीजन यही है कि सो दैट यू कैन बी ग्रोन अप लाइक अ रीजनेबल एंड वेरी कैलकुलेटिव काइंड ऑफ पर्सनालिटीज हु कैन इवेल्युएट कि अगर ऐसा करेंगे तो हम अपने आप को हार्म कर रहे हैं. सो दिस इज द पॉइंट ऑफ मेकिंग यू अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दीज पॉइंट्स इन दीज क्लासेस. So this was about the composition, and next let's move to the structure of the atmosphere. So to start with, our atmosphere is divided into 5 layers, right? Starting from the earth surface. तो 5 layers ऊपर जा रही हैं, and as we go on there is variation in the height and in the temperature, which is like obvious. The first layer is the troposphere, whose average height is 13 kilometer. The troposphere is the layer in which the air we breathe exists, and apart from this, all the weather phenomena occur here. So what you need to learn about troposphere, the height, extent of its height, and it is like containing the gas, air which we breathe in, and then all the weather phenomena occur over here. The next layer is stratosphere, which extend up to 50 kilometer, and this is the layer which is having ozone layer also. Now I need to tell you what the ozone layer is. Ozone layer is like, it is the layer which is which acts like a filter, right? What it is filtering the ultra harmful rays of the sun, ultraviolet harmful rays of the sun back to the universe. It is not letting that harmful rays to enter the atmosphere of the air. And why it is doing so? It is doing so because these ultraviolet rays are very harmful for us. For if we human being get in direct exposure with this kind of rays, we can have various kind of skin diseases. So this is the importance of stratosphere, and this is the layer which is free from like this weather phenomena. तो आपके एरोप्लेन्स वगैरह भी फ्लाई करते हैं इसमें. The third layer is mesosphere, and इसकी हाइट जो है वो 80 किलोमीटर से है. Fourth layer is thermosphere, which extends from 80 kilometer to 400 kilometer. और beyond thermosphere there is exosphere, जो कि बहुत ही थिन एयर है वहाँ पर. और जैसे जैसे हमारी हाइट, जैसे जैसे हम ऊपर जाते हैं तो क्या होता है कि ऑक्सीजन का लेवल, जो आपकी एयर जो है वो उसकी कंटेंट जो है, लाइफ गिविंग जो ऑक्सीजन है वो कम होती जाती है. अब इस चीज़ को आप रिलेट कर सकते हो. वी हैव ऑलवेज सीन दैट द माउंटेनियर हु आर गोइंग टू द पीक्स, they always carry a cylinder with them, that is the extra supply of oxygen, because when you raise on altitude, go higher, the intensity of oxygen over there keeps on decreasing. That is why the mountaineer, they always take up the oxygen cylinders along with them when they go for this like trackings of the higher peaks, right? So this was about the layers or the structure of the atmosphere. You need to learn the name, their like width, and what special activity happens in that particular layer. So this was about the structure of atmosphere. Now let's come on two terms, which is weather and climate, and let's understand the difference between the weather and climate. So weather is your R2R or day-to-day condition in the atmosphere, and it can be changed like on daily basis also weather के अंदर, और it is about a small span. Actually it is about the condition for a small span of time. Next is climate. Climate is the weather condition for a large period of time of a particular reason. Suppose say it is a like study of a particular area's weather for like 30 years. So when we talk about climate, we are talking about like what kind of conditions were there, climatic conditions were there for a large span of time. Suppose say 30 years तक उसका कैसा है, तो वो that defines the climate of a particular place. Okay. Next, understand temperature. What is temperature? Simple definition is the degree of hotness or coldness of air is called temperature. Why we are saying the degree of hotness and coldness of air? Because in this chapter we are concerned about air. So we are talking about the temperature of air. So the degree of hotness or coldness of air is called temperature. Okay, the temperature of the atmosphere changes. It changes between day and night, and it changes between season to season. So an important factor that influence the distribution of temperature is insolation. Insolation term भी है, definition भी आती है. What is meaning of insolation? Insolation is the incoming solar energy intercepted by the earth. जो solar energy earth पे पहुंच रही है, receive हो रही है, that is called insolation. So the amount of insolation decreases from the equator towards the pole, क्योंकि slanting rays पड़ती हैं वहाँ पर, equator पे direct पड़ रही हैं, तो जो amount of insolation होगा decrease करेगा from equator towards the pole. And आपको standard वैसे तो temperature आप Celsius में, Fahrenheit में, Kelvin में use कर सकते हैं degree, लेकिन जो standard unit है इसकी वो temperature की वो Celsius है, right? So this was something which need to recall about temperature. Next, let's move to air pressure, right? So when we talk about air pressure, we need to understand that there is certain amount of pressure like which is exerted by the weight of air on the earth surface. Like आपको कब फील होता है जब बहुत तेज विंड लगती है, लेकिन every time, every moment the air is like, the weight of the air is like exerting some pressure on the earth surface. And यहाँ पर if you can recall we have taken up कि कैसे हमारा जो हमने एक टॉपिक लिया था कि why when the space travelers which are going into the space or which are going on moon where especially there is no earth, why they wear special kind of like space suits, what is the use of that space suit. So while discussing this thing we have like learned that every time inside our body there is blood pressure which is over there, and it is, we are surviving, it is like we are living because every time there is on earth there is air which is exerting a pressure from outside which is balancing the pressure which our blood vessels are like producing inside the body. So the blood pressure inside a human body and the air pressure outside is like creating a balance, and that's why we are living. If this thing happen on the moon, if we go on moon without any space suit, what will happen? Our body is exerting pressure but there is no outer pressure of the air, तो वो जो है काउंटर नहीं होता, और जिसकी वजह से वहां पर जाके आपकी जो वेन्स हैं वो जो है ब्लास्ट कर, उनमें वो ब्रस्ट हो सकती हैं, उनको एक्सप्लोड कर सकती हैं, और जिसकी वजह से आपको एक्सेसिव ब्लीडिंग जो है वो फेस करनी पड़ सकती है, which could be very very fatal for your life. So मून पे जाते हैं जब, तो एक स्पेशल स्पेस सूट क्या पहनते हैं, आर्टिफिशियली उसके अंदर एयर इनफ्लेल्ड होती है, तो हमारी बॉडी पे वो स्पेस सूट्स के अंदर जो एयर है वो प्रेशर डालती रहती है, और जो हमारा ब्लड प्रेशर है वो उसको काउंटर करती रहती है, तो जिसकी वजह से हमारे को ये जो वेन्स है, ये जो ब्लीडिंग ऑफ वेन्स है, ये हैपन नहीं होती. तो दैट इज द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ वेयरिंग स्पेस सूट, कि हम अपने आसपास एक एयर की परत लेके चल रहे हैं जो कि हमें प्रेशर जो है एक्सर्ट कर रही है. यहाँ से आप आपको एयर जो है प्रेशर, एयर के प्रेशर का कॉन्सेप्ट बहुत ज़्यादा समझ आ सकता है और उसका क्या यूज है हमारी बॉडी में, आपको ये भी समझ आ गया होगा. Horizontally, the distribution of air pressure is influenced by the temperature of the air at a given place. जैसे vertical होता है, ऐसे horizontal भी air pressure होता है, उसका भी distribution होता है. और areas जहाँ पर lower temperature होता है, air cold होती है, and the air always moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. Please note this line, this is very important, that the air always moves from high pressure area to low pressure area. हमेशा हाई प्रेशर एरिया से लो प्रेशर एरिया की तरफ एयर जो है उसकी मूवमेंट जो है वो रहती है. सो दिस वाज समथिंग अबाउट एयर प्रेशर. नेक्स्ट लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द टॉपिक मॉइस्चर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल लेट्स डू विंड्स. सो the movement of air from high pressure area to low pressure area is called wind, right? अभी हमने पढ़ा था कि air always moves from high pressure to low pressure, और जब ये air की movement हो रही है high pressure से low pressure area में, उसको हम wind कहते हैं. Basically we divide wind into three types, that is permanent wind, that is seasonal winds and local winds. Local winds की जब हम बात करते हैं, Loo is a very good example of this local wind which happens in the northern western part of India, और समर सीजन में पर्टिकुलरली ड्राई एरिड एरियाज में जो है ये होती है, मूव करती हैं. और सेकेंड एग्जाम्पल जो आपका लोकल विंड्स का है, दैट इज द लैंड ब्रीज एंड सी ब्रीज, जो कि कोस्टल एरियाज में आप एक्सपीरियंस करते हैं, राइट. These are local type of areas जो कि एक particular रीजन के अंदर ही फ्लो करती हैं. नेक्स्ट देयर इज लाइक व्हेन वी टॉक अबाउट विंड, वी नीड टू टॉक अबाउट लाइक परमानेंट विंड, जो कि हर टाइम है, उनकी एक पर्टिकुलर डायरेक्शन है, उसमें वो मूव कर रही हैं. दीज आर द परमानेंट विंड्स. एंड टॉकिंग अबाउट सीजनल विंड्स, जो कि मानसून इसका बहुत अच्छा एग्जाम्पल है. मानसून विंड्स जो उसके साथ आती है, मानसून के साथ आती हैं, एक डायरेक्शन में मूव करती हैं, फिर रिवर्ट करती हैं. दीज आर द सीजनल विंड्स दैट हैपन इन अ पर्टिकुलर सीजन, as the name suggests you. Okay, and यहाँ पर हमें साइक्लोनिक विंड्स को भी डिस्कस करना चाहिए. when we जब बहुत ही हाई इंटेंसिटीज के साथ विंड्स ब्लो करती हैं, जैसा कि हमारे देश के अंदर भी हमने साइक्लोनिक विंड्स को एक्सपीरियंस किया था ऑन 25 अक्टूबर 1999. इट लाइक किल थाउजेंड ऑफ पीपल्स, एंड रिसेंटली ऑल्सो यू मस्ट हैव gone through the experience that there was a cyclone in Odisha against, and Odisha is one of the most prone area which get this kind of cyclones. And what happens, a lot of destruction happens, and a lot of people got killed and the infrastructure get destroyed because of the cyclonic winds. It is destructive kind of wind with high intensity over there. Next we need to understand moisture. Moisture is like, what is moisture? When water evaporates from land and other water bodies, it became water vapor. Moisture in the air at any time is known as humidity. एंड हाउ डू यू फील ह्यूमिडिटी इन द रेनी सीजन? जब वाटर कंटेंट बहुत ज्यादा, तब आपको बहुत फील होता है, कहते हैं ना, बड़ा ह्यूमिड सा फील हो रहा है, बड़ा अनकंफर्टेबल फील हो रहा है, क्योंकि एयर में मॉइस्चर इतना ज्यादा होता है, इसका फर्दर एयर को एब्जॉर्व करने की कैपेसिटी कम होती है, तो स्वेटिंग ये वो इस टाइम पे बहुत ज्यादा रहती है, कपड़े नहीं सूखते हैं, बिकॉज वाटर कंटेंट ऑलरेडी है, वाटर वेपर ऑलरेडी है एयर के अंदर. when this water vapor rises, it start cooling, and when this water vapor condense, जब ये water vapor जो है ये condense होता है, what happens at that time of point, जब वो condense हो जाता है, it cause the formation of droplets of water. When these droplets of water became too heavy to float in air, they come down as precipitation. What is precipitation? Again a definition over here. Precipitation is the falling of the moisture in the form of rainfall, snow, fog, sleet and hailstones. Sleet भी किसी ने पूछा था, जब बारिश और आपकी स्नो दोनों इकट्ठे आते हैं, that is sleet. On the basis of mechanism, there are three types of rainfall. Now we need to touch about rainfall. When we talking about precipitation, we need to talk about the types of rainfall. It can be conventional rainfall, orographic rainfall and the cyclonic rainfall. So rainfall is very important for the survival of plant and animal, and you know it is like the purification, natural purification of the water. So water cycle जो है उसमें rainfall का एक बहुत importance है. So this was all about the chapter, and I trust that you now have understood the composition, the structure, the importance of nitrogen, the importance of oxygen, right? The process of photosynthesis, the 5 layers, and special feature of each layer you must have understood by now, right? So this was all which we need to cover in this chapter. And I will be giving you some definition from this chapter which you need to note down and upload in the group, because last time also you people have not uploaded the work in the way which you were supposed to do the thing. So you can also if I talk about the diagram, you can also like draw the diagram of the structure of the atmosphere and the composition of the air. These are the 2 diagrams which are important from examination point of view, and for your understanding also. You need to like draw 2 diagrams, practice 2 diagrams, that is about the constituents or composition of the earth, of air, and the structure of the atmosphere. And many short questions can be like come from this particular portion. The definition which we need to focus in this particular chapter is like atmosphere, and you need to be very like comfortable with the concept of global warming. If there is any doubt, do call me. But global warming, you should know complete concept of global warming. Then you should know atmosphere, weather, definition of climate is there, definition of temperature is there, definition of isolation is there. You need to define air pressure, or need to define wind, moisture, humidity, cloud, precipitation, thermometer, instrument to meet. We haven't touched thermometer over here. It is an instrument used to measure temperature. Then you need to tell like what is barometer. It is like it measures atmospheric pressure. What is rain gauge? It is used an instrument which is used to measure the amount of rainfall. Then wind vane. What is wind vane? Wind vane is like it shows the direction of the wind. It is an instrument which is used to know the direction of the wind. So these all topics, these all definition you have to learn by heart. And with this we have like ended this chapter. I will be giving you some definition to learn and do written practice, do upload them, and be prepared with your doubts regarding this chapter. I will be taking these doubts in your live class. So that is all for this chapter. By now let's finish this, let's end this video, and we will be taking more of your chapters in the next videos. Bye for now. Take care.